If you want to get your ass whooped when Leon Edwards defends that belt in England, I will gladly beat the living shit out of you, Gilbert. If not, shut the up, because you are a and you're not going to do nothing. When you see me in the street or when you see me in the cage, and we both know it, you're going to ask for a picture when you see me in real life and say it's all just for the pay-per-view. So shut the up.
Could UFC 287 be the end of Jorge Masvidal? The card for UFC 287 has been confirmed, and there are a number of exciting matchups set for April 8th of 2023, which should be one of the best UFC cards of the year. But one fight in particular makes this card super exciting, and there is a ton on the line. All of the hype started when Jorge Masvidal teased big fight news on his Twitter just a few days ago, and it had people speculating a number of different options for his next fight. Jorge Masvidal last fought in March of 2022, where he lost a unanimous decision to Colby Covington in the main event of UFC 272, making that his third loss in a row. For Jorge, this matchup doesn't make breaking that losing streak any easier. Could UFC 287 be the end of Jorge Masvidal? Since his last fight in March of last year, Masvidal has had his fair share of drama stemming from his pending legal case of aggravated battery on Colby Covington in Miami Beach. That encounter stifled a potential bout between Masvidal and Burns in 2022, but now in 2023, we're gonna get that matchup. Jorge's opponent, Gilbert Burns, had one of the best fights of the year against Khamzat Chimaev in April of 2022, and although Burns lost, he took Chimaev to his limit, really showing he belongs at the top and he's there to stay. After that fight, Burns picked up a first-round submission of Neil Magny, and now it's time for him to take on Jorge Masvidal. Burns has had a string of nice fights, but the same thing can't really be said for Jorge Masvidal, losing his last 3 fights, and by the betting odds, is set to lose his 4th in a row. An interesting thing to note about Masvidal's chances in this Gilbert Burns fight is that Jorge fought Kamaru Usman twice and Colby Covington in his last 3 fights, and he wasn't even close to this big of an underdog against either of them. This feels like a must-win for Jorge. If he wants to get back to where he once was, fighting for championships, this is it, because a loss to Gilbert Burns is Masvidal's 4th in a row to the best fighters in the division. It's hard to imagine that he can make up enough ground to get back to where he once was, and if he can't beat Burns, this could be the end of Jorge Masvidal. Not for his star power, not for his mystique and personality, but for his chances at competing for a championship. Competing with the best fighters in the world, this feels like a turning point in his career as a UFC fighter. You gotta love the way this fight has been positioned, making it super interesting if Masvidal wins this fight with Leon Edwards and Kamaru Usman's matchup a month prior. Like Daniel Cormier said, if Edwards wins again and Masvidal beats Burns, Masvidal could be back fighting for a welterweight championship, giving fans the final payoff of Masvidal versus Edwards for a title. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We are Double Move MMA. I love you all, and I'll see you next time.